Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Reshef of Destruction. We're in the Hall of Eternity, which is kind of like the bonus of this game, if you could even call it a bonus. But you get to take on a bunch of special duelists, and they all have 1 billion life points, and they're also super broken because they all cheat and use multiple copies of broken and banned cards, such as Pot of Greed, Swords, at least in this game, is banned and broken, and you know, etc, etc. So far, we've taken down all of the somewhat easier duelists in Shoddy, Paradox, and Pegasus, and today we're going to take on the final of the easier duelists in Joey. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Curly, you're going down. Even your family won't recognize you after I finish pummeling you. You say so. Let's go ahead and duel. Interesting first turns. Let's go ahead and throw this out. I don't know what Joey does per se. I'm going to use Change of Heart to just flat out seal our monster. And Exterion is going to go ahead and inflict damage to us. Alright. Interesting move there. Let's go ahead and use his Dark Elf to try to attack him, but we're going to run into this turn to tribute as I figured. Megamorph here is going to power up his monster, okay. And we're going to get hit with a good chunk of damage here. I wanted him to summon that, unfortunately, so I can now use the Change of Heart to get a good monster on the field. Let's go ahead and use Swords, so I can actually survive a turn. He's only got one card in hand. Let's go ahead and beat down his monster here. Swords is in effect. We're going to activate his copy of Pot of Greed. I shouldn't say his copy, he has several copies, but you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and activate Revival Gem here. Should have enough life points, just barely, to leave this alive. So let's go ahead and set this, attack into his Boar Soldier here, and then end our turn. Swords is still in effect, I forgot about that, but Harpies is going to get rid of my Raigeki, which is kind of bad. I'm going to get another Revival Gem here, so let's go ahead and activate the effect to get a little bit more out on the field. I kind of want to keep the Crush card just in case. Get rid of this Panther Warrior and attack directly with Revival Gems 1 and 2. Go ahead and end our turn. Swords is yet again in effect. He's just going to set a monster. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a Tribute monster. Let's go ahead and attack into his Panther Warrior yet again. Go ahead with Revival Gem number 1. Number 2, number 3, and number 4 to finally bring him down to 20,000. We've only done 10,000 points of damage. Revival Jam number 1 is going to get destroyed. It's a bit unfortunate. I guess I will set a monster here and attack his Gearfried and then attack directly with Revival Jams 2, 3, and 4. Going to end our turn here. He's going to activate the Monster Reborn to bring back the Revival Gem. That was going to be Gearfried, okay. Attack with Boar Soldier and then get clobbered back. Let's see. I could use the Crush card this turn. I don't know if that's worth it. Let's go ahead and summon Cyber Harpy. Use Gearfried to go into Boar Soldier. Then use Cyber Harpy to go into Revival Jam and then attack with Revival Jams 3 and 4 directly. And he's got no cards in hand, so he can't wipe me out in one turn. We're going to get another Big Shield Gardener. I figured Big Shield Gardener would be a good inclusion to the deck, so I've thrown in 3 copies of him, and it's working out pretty well. I know this is the first duel I'm using him, but you know what I mean. We're going to get him down pretty low. He's going to set another card, and we're going to get another Revival Jam. And then we're just going to attack and finally finish him off with Revival Jam. Alright, so he got pretty lucky there. I guess he blew his load pretty early on. He's going to give us the garbage Sogen card. My memories! I remember I'm a true duelist. Gah! Cool beans. Alright, now things are going to get difficult. Let's go ahead and heal up. So, this whole section basically epitomizes how this game is, with the random difficulty spikes being completely unfair and unbalanced, the computer being way stronger than you, and also the fact that I guess you could say also the attributes play a huge part. But most importantly is that sometimes you just get really lucky and get a better hand than your opponent, and you can just immediately win. Luck plays a huge factor in this game. Let's go and take on, I guess, Seto Kaiba next. You want to know who my strongest rival is? One thing's for certain, it's not you. A duel can start any place at any time between when two duelists meet. I accept your challenge. So, let's go and take on Kaiba. Presumably, he's a little bit weaker than everyone else, even though he has more life points, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and try setting this and then activating Ancient Genie to get 2 monsters out on the field. Kaiba does have access to Obelisk the Tormentor. We have Megamorph to power up his monster, but as a trap hole, he's going to get rid of his Voice Reader. Cool beans. Let's go ahead and use good old Revival Jam to get 2 monsters out here, and let's try and keep them alive with his Torrential Trap. And then swing through this army of life points that he's got. He's gonna go ahead and try and summon a monster, but it's gonna get obliterated, thankfully. Alright, cool beans. As I was speaking of luck, here we go. Let's tribute and get fucking Obelisk the Tormentor. Can't really use his effect. Oh, I can. Every monster on the foe's field will be destroyed. Opponent will be hit before 4,000 damage. So it's almost as if I attacked it anyways. And I didn't have to tribute anything for it, which is great. Unfortunately, it's only a one-time effect. So it's only on summon. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Lord of D as expected. Kaiba actually has slightly weaker cards. I feel like I should have done this in a different order, but that's fine. Nonetheless, Ancient Lamp is going to get summoned and is going to get his Lajin destroyed. But he is going to activate Swords Rivian Light, regretfully. Which might give him time to get his own Obelisk the Tormentor, would be quite unfortunate. Okay, he's going to attack with Lajin. He's going to use Pot of Greed to draw 2, but not summon any monsters, so we're still good in that part. Ooh, we can actually get another God card. Let's go ahead and use Monster Reborn to bring back Lajin and attribute Lajin, and Giant Rex to summon Winged Dragon of Raw. What the hell do you do? Can wipe out everything at the cost. Can wipe out all enemy monsters. And then it is returned from... I feel like that's going to destroy Obelisk as well. So we're just going to end our turn here. He's going to attack like a jackass. It's a fucking God card. Okay, that's in defense mode. Cool beans. I'm going to end our turn here. Ooh, perfect. We're going to use the Brain Control here to tribute his Mythical Lamp and get Jinjo to destroy all his trap cards, which is great. And attack him directly with 8,000. No, actually, this is 10,400. Not bad. So now he can't use any traps. And I've got 2 God cards on the field. Let's go ahead and set this so you can be an idiot and attack into that. Get rid of Voice Raider. So I guess I can presume Yugi's probably going to be just as easy. Take some damage. Let's go ahead and summon this. It's probably just going to have a bunch of Yugi cards, but just a couple of broken ones, whereas like everyone else, they don't really have their own cards, so they just run, you know, multiple... I haven't seen Nuvia the Wicked actually, but multiple Flash Assailants and Dark Elves and stuff like that. I'm actually going to activate Swords. Can I get Slifer? Nope, no Slifer. Slifer? Nope, I'm going to get Shadow Spell. He's just going to set a bunch of cards. I'm still not going to get Slifer, so let's end our turn. Slifer? Unfortunately, told to jam. So let's go ahead and discard this, and then just attack directly. Let's use Jin. So I should have finished him off with Obelisk, but instead we'll do Raw in the Winged Phoenix mode. Cool beans! He's actually going to give us 20 deck capacity, which is crazy for this game. We're actually going to get the Shadow Spell, which is not that bad. I lost? Ugh, you better not lose to anyone else. Not after you've beaten me. I've lost to so many people. You have no idea how many people I've lost to after I've lost to you. Consecutively. In a row, Kaiba. Just so you know. Alright, so let's, I guess, take on Yami Yugi. Curly, what can be seen and not seen at the same time? I don't fucking know. I accept your challenge. He's not gonna Answer? Alright, whatever, bro. Probably should have healed my life points a little bit, but let's go balls to the wall. Let's use experience spy. Hand's kind of not horrible. So let's actually use this and on our turn. He's gonna go ahead and use change of heart as expected. And the acid trap hole is gonna go ahead and fuck him, but he is gonna use these swords, which is a bit unfortunate. As well as draw 2 cards. So he has, ooh, and he didn't summon a monster apparently. And he's gonna set turn to tribute, okay. I guess I just have to summon this, not much else I can do. He's gonna set his monster, cool beans. We're gonna get Final Destiny, which is a bit unfortunate. Let's go ahead and activate Toad the Jam's effect, or Toad Master's effect, to set this jam in defense mode. Had it not been for swords, I could have maybe done something, but oh well. Oof, he is gonna actually power up his Dark Elf to get over mine. Okay. We do have the revival jam here, so let's go ahead and split up our monster and set this jam to defense mode. As long as he doesn't summon another monster, which he does, of course, we would have been fine. Ooh, but he actually didn't. Alright, well, sucks to be you, bro. Let's go ahead and tribute our 3 monsters to summon Obelisk, the Tormentor, and use his effect. Every monster on the foe's field will now be destroyed and the opponent will be hit for 4,000 damage. Good shit. Not gonna be able to do anything, so let's just go ahead and set a card. Attack. Trigger this turn to tribute, which does not affect the god cards. So I'll punch Yami Yugi in the face here, and let's go ahead and end our turn. Alright. We got these Cyber Harpy. We do have the nope, I was gonna say if it's a Big Shield Gardener that would suck, but then the attribute system came in clutch for us. We have the Widespread Ruin face down in case he does get a monster. Okay, cool beans. Let's go ahead and use Sword just in case he does. And we don't get blown out because our life points are pretty low here. Attack with Cyber Harpy and go in with Obelisk the Tormentor. Just gonna set a card. I've got a Dark Hole. Let's just go ahead and attack. And then attack with Obelisk here. Whittle away his life points eventually. Swords are still in effect. He's gonna try and use Change of Heart. He's gonna steal one monster and then tribute it after activating his Pot of Greed. Then get a Monster Reborn to get that same monster back. No, a different monster. And power up that monster even more, but then just set them in defense mode. Okay. I can do this, right? Dark Hole to destroy all monsters. Yep, cool beans. Let's go ahead and use the effect of Revival Jam to just get 2 monsters out on the field and then punch him in the face again. It's Obelisk the Tormentor. We still got swords active, so we can't really do too much. We got Relinquished, which is kind of cool. So if he does if he does summon something really strong, it's not going to do anything. He'll walk into a turn to tribute, unfortunately, and get swept by the Harpy's Feather Duster, which is a bit unfortunate. To be honest, if it weren't for the God cards, this would be extremely impossible. It's my turn. Even though at the end of the game, Ishizu, takes the God cards from you, you actually don't lose them. They stay inside your trunk so you can still use them. Because this is before she does that. And this is before you take on Pegasus and Reshef. So you technically still have the God cards. So, even though it might seem like I'm cheating or something like that, technically no. Because I am supposed to be using them at this point. Alright, so he's gonna get his flash stand, which is fine, so I'll just set something. Oh, I should have copied his monster. Oh well. Let's go ahead and attack with Obelisk again. He's gonna activate Swords, regretfully. Yikes. I'm going to get another God card. I'll try and attack, but Swords unfortunately stops us. We got a Torrential Tribute, not bad. I guess I'll go here and just steal his monster for the sake of stealing his monster. He has Queen's Knight, alright. Can use Change of Heart to steal our Queen's Knight. Tribute her for something. We're gonna end our turn. Let's go ahead and activate Crush card, which is gonna presumably wipe out his monster. And end our turn here. Alright, we should be able to attack this turn. Let's go ahead and use the Inexperienced Spy. Take a peek here. He's got Mirage Knight, Dark Paladin, and then Dark Magician. Yikes. Pretty bad hand you got there, bro. We're gonna actually use Harvey's Feather Duster again to get rid of our Torrential Tribute, which has been unfortunate. So let's go ahead and use Revival Jam here. As long as he doesn't draw... Yeah, there's nothing really that he can do, honestly. Even if he were to get like Change of Heart or something like that, he's not going to be able to get through our monster. Let's go ahead and tribute this. Summon the Winged Dragon of Ra Phoenix Thorn. We're going to attack directly and then have the Obelisk almost end this, and then we're going to end our turn here. And draw 2 cards. I feel like I can almost deck him out, to be honest, if I just wait a couple of turns. I think this tells you how many cards he has left. He has 9 cards left. So I thought originally that's what I was going to have to do to beat these guys, is build some sort of like some kind of defensive deck that lets me survive somehow, and then just let them deck themselves out. Because I didn't think I'd be able to inflict this much damage, given how much life points they have. But thankfully the God cards are the God cards. We're going to get stupid-ass Dark Magician from that. You become much stronger, Curly, but you won't win so easily next time. Can you tell me what can be seen and not seen at the same time? You're just going to not answer that? Alright. Anyways, so that is actually super interesting. We've actually gone through... Last time, we'd only gone through half of these opponents. Or a third of these opponents, and now we've gone through 2/3 of them. So all we have left are Yami Merrick, Yami Bakura, and Noah. I'm assuming Noah is going to be pretty broken, or maybe broken, we'll see. Whereas Yami Merrick and Bakura will probably be more or less like the guys we just fought. But, alright, we'll take them on next time. Take care of yourself.